Okay, this is what John sent me. Hopefully you can see the shared screen now. A roof which I gather he wants to emulate a copper clad roof of some sort. And what he wanted to do was to put what I would call a sort of some decorative ridge tile along this edge here. So the way I interpreted that was something along these lines here. If I can get control, there we go. You can see there where we put a sort of circle piece down and some joining pieces on the way. So that's what I'm going to run through quite quickly for the first part. And then the second item, which will come later, is something that somebody else requested as well. So I'm going to go back to a corner that I've not used, as it were. Let's just collapse some of the stuff here. So the first thing we want to do is to create a profile on this path. All this stuff is what we've done before in one sense, but we're beginning to bring it together now. So the first thing is up to construct, plane on path, and I want to put it on this path here. Now, let's switch on the plane so we can see them. I want to have the plane down here at the start of the path, there. And the next stage now is to put a profile on that path. So we're going to go sketch, and we're going to sketch on that path. And what I'm going to do, again, you know me, I don't bother with measurements at this stage because I'm showing you how to do it rather than sizes. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put a small circle on there. Let's call it 2 millimeters in, no, let's call it 1.5 millimeters in diameter. And then I'm going to put another one inside it of, say, 1 millimeter. Again, these sizes are arbitrary. Come out of sketch. Let's switch the sketches on so you can see them. And now the first thing is to take it up to the inner one, as it were. So what I'm going to do is go into sweep, select the inner one, and I'm going to then go to path and select the path, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it as a new body rather than join it. I don't like joining things too often because you get into a bit of a mess later on. And we'll take it up and then drag it with there to join the other one. Okay, and that's that one done. And then the next stage then is to also bring it down the other way. So again, we go back into the sweep command, we pick up our profile, select our path, which is the bottom half of the path, and we bring it down to there. So that's our form, if you like, our ridge form, call it what you will. So now the next stage is to go back in. I can't see the sketches now. Let's turn the sketches back on again so I can see them. So now we're going to go into the outer sketch, click on it, and this time I'm just going to extrude it, 0.3 millimeters or even 0.25 millimeters. Depends on the gauge that you're doing and what degree you want. Don't forget to change the cut to a new body. And then on here, I just want to make it look a bit tidy. So we'll use the fillet command to fillet the top and the bottom. And put a little fillet on it, so it's got a nice little shape. Now the next stage is to pattern that up and down. Now if you can pick the wrong curve on this and it goes funny, which I shall try and demonstrate for you. Let's switch off some of our bits and pieces here. So we're going to go into the pattern, and if you recall from the buttons, it's pattern on a path. And first thing is select the body, which is going to be that one, and then select the path. Now you can see a couple of paths coming into play. The path, if you pick that path, it will follow it, but we'll show you what happens on that one. So I'll pick that path, and we're going to go at a spacing of, let's say, 3 millimeters, and we're going to go up, and we'll just increase, spacing, sorry, on that one, 3 millimeters. not identical. We want them to follow the path, and then you'll see with this is it can sometimes go funny. You can see up here it doesn't always fit because we need to be following the original path. So let's go back and edit it. Take away the path. We want to make sure that we get that path that's there in the middle, which was the path that we followed for the original bit, as it were. Select it again, and we'll take, 3 millimeters, add a few more up to the top, and OK. And then for the bottom bit, we do the same thing again now. We select the part again, path, select object, sorry, which is that one. Select the path, which is that one in there. And again, we don't want identical, we want it with the path direction. We want a spacing. We want 3 millimeters because that's what we done. And then we just add them. That's more or less at the bottom anyway, because the other one will... Yeah, we can live with that little one out there, and we do okay. Now you might say you've got several ways of doing this bit that's overhanging. You can either extrude it back if you want to, but that doesn't look tidy for me. So what I do quite simply is just hit the sketch button, hit the base, and again, very quickly, all you want is a square that is bigger than that, and then a square on the inside. Finish the sketch. The sketch is back on again. Highlight that one. Whoops. Extrude it up, and that cleans off that edge. Now, how you want the edge, obviously you can mess about with it to your heart's content. Now, the only difference with this, of course, let's get back so we can see it. So I've showed you how to do the one. Now, when John sent me this drawing, and this is John's original drawing that I'm working on, the thing that I noted is that really what you should have done was just done 1/4. And then copied that, mirrored that quarter over the other side, and then mirrored this half onto the other half, rather than draw the whole thing. It would have saved you then having to draw 4 of these, etc. But that's the way I had it. And that's how we added it on the side. I don't think I got much more to say about that, John, other than to ask if anyone's got questions on it.